Hey. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Here you go. Please.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, of course. Fantastic acting. You killed it.
Wow, thank you.
Great job. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I've never been here.
It's a great restaurant. I legit ate here yesterday. So what would you like?
Could I do a Baja fish taco and a shrimp taco, please? Yes.
Can I do a carnitas burrito, please? And a water for me as well.
And a bottle of water?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
No, this is awesome. I think you're an amazing filmmaker, and especially in Toronto, that whole region has some very cool filmmakers, and I think you're a big part of that. So we're going to discuss about Mommy and Lola and all those films later on. But I want to know about you, how you started in film, how you got to it. Like if it was an interest from the start, was it something that was prominent like in your family? Did you watch a lot of movies with your family, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, well, thank you. First off, that's so kind. I'm definitely excited to be coming up in film in Toronto right now. It's a really great time to be in Canada, I think. And so,
Definitely.
yeah, it's super exciting. But yeah, no, I did not always know that I wanted to be in this. I can definitely look back and see the butterfly effect of what brought me here, but I did not come out the womb holding a Super 8 camera by any means. I ended up fast tracking my degree because I was just making things, and I had fun in school, and I honestly paid to meet everybody that I met. That was very much what my degree gave me, which was very worth it.
I think it's great, the fact that it's downtown, the connections it offers you. There's an abundance of filmmakers or people interested in stuff like that, you know what I mean? So you get to have conversations like this and learn from people and
totally
go out and then make your movie and
that's the only reason I know that I wanted to be in film. I just started
Very
making shit with my friends.
Very cool.
And I ended up
making
this limited series about all the Uber pools that I had ever been in.
Really? That's
and
awesome.
It was just so run and gun. It was my friend has a camera, these friends are available, this friend knows how to record sound, okay, we'll just do it. And then I'll write the script that morning and just see how it goes.
And then from there.
And we made 12 episodes or something crazy like that.
Wow.
I just tossed them on YouTube. I ended up finishing them right as the pandemic started.
That's amazing.
And so I just put them out on YouTube, and that was kind of the thing that started my career, honestly.
The Uber pools, I want to know more about this.
I miss Uber Pool. I miss Uber Pool so much.
Yeah.
Uber Share is not the same.
Yeah,
I would just to point that out.
It's not. What was it about that particular thing that interests you? Was it the characters that you met during Uber pools? Or
yeah, I love, I think the thing that I've come to learn inspires me the most is people in a contained space forced to interact. You are stuck in the most micro of microcosms with
big time.
Somebody you've maybe never met before.
Yeah.
And an Uber pool was the perfect place for that to happen, because back in the I would say the heyday of Uber Pool before COVID ruined it, you would order it and it would be maybe $3 to go across the city, because then 4 other people would enter your Uber and you would be 50 minutes late to wherever you were going because you had to drop everybody else off along the way. And
awesome.
it was brutal for getting anywhere, but I took an Uber Pool everywhere I went because one, it was super cheap, but also because I was obsessed with meeting strangers in my Uber pools and just seeing if they would be crazy around me, and if they would talk to me, or if they had no desire to talk to me, or if they spoke to each other, or if I entered in on a conversation. It was
so awesome.
So much fodder for storytelling there.
It's so cool because I have a fascination about the same thing. I'm extremely fascinated with the way that like humans interact with each other, especially in the city, because I think everyone's personality is so strong and so, they're so dedicated to their personality. You know what I mean? It's very passionate people in Toronto, and I think that
And people are just themselves.
they're so much themselves, and I think that being
And
able
it's
to
so
capture
funny.
that, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. So I think being able to capture that is probably the best. But yeah, going to films, like before we talk about your movies, I want to give people a disclaimer that if you want to see all of her movies before we talk about it, go down in the description below to our website, and then you'll be able to see all our movies. But I want to talk about first.
I thought you were going to give like a content warning.
No,
Disclaimer.
content disclaimer. Careful. No. All the content's fine, I believe. Like, yeah, it should be fine. But I want to know what are your top 4 favorite films?
Oh my God, we're just going to start there?
Yes.
Okay, well, my favorite movie of all time is Clueless.
Clueless.
Amy Heckerling. We've got a nod behind the camera over there. I love that movie because it's so funny. It is, and it's so successful at getting a specific place in time and geography. Like it's the 90s. It's, you know, outside of LA, these like teenagers in high school. It's so specific in how they dress, how they speak, and the culture that they're in. But it is so timelessly funny, and it is like universally funny too, and it's iconic no matter, you know, what year it is. Second on the list, Hold for Sirens.
Toronto.
Second on the list would definitely be Space Odyssey, Kubrick.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really even need to talk about it. It was a very formative movie. I saw it for the first time in a film print at the Lightbox, maybe like 8 years ago now or something like that, and it just like blew my mind. Incredible. The capacity for storytelling that, you know, is available to us as filmmakers if you try hard enough and you believe enough. And it stands up, like all the VFX stands up, or practical effects rather. I think we have food coming in. Oh my God.
What is this? Oh, the shrimp?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is that for you?
Thanь you. I think this is mine.
Both of them for you.
Oh, Inside Llewyn Davis, Coens.
Okay. I love the Coens. I have not seen that one, but I love the Coens.
Yeah, it's Inside Llewyn Davis is a picaresque film, which basically is just like the lead character is like kind of on the fringes in some way, and bounces around from place to place and plot to plot, and just kind of is sort of, you know, they're rootable but they're unlikable at the same time, and they kind of like fail their way through the story. And then they always land at the exact same place that they were at the very beginning. And then I guess number 4 would be My Dinner with Andre by Louis Malle. It's just 2 guys having a conversation. That's it. Over food.
Bang.
Yeah,
see
look
that?
at that. But it moves through like the lives they've been experiencing the last while, and it gets kind of existential and spiritual, and but it's so entertaining the whole way through. It's like a visual podcast.
Okay, incredible.
Yeah.
I think this is a great transition point because I think your movies are entirely, well, the majority of them are in contained space that have massive comedic elements to them, you know what I mean? So I want to know what the process was like to make Mommy, because yeah, it was just one room, 2 actors and a dog.
Cricket.
I think the best character in the movie. I think
Cricket will be happy to hear that.
Yeah, Cricket is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote the script, and I was in LA at the time when I wrote it.
Okay.
And I was spending a lot of time in LA back then. I just didn't really have much going on here, and I had a bunch of friends out there, so I was just having fun. Yeah. So I wrote that script in like an hour. Like I just sat down and banged it out. And that's usually like whenever I know that something's right and when I need to make something, it's because it like just flows out of me. Yeah. And then I ended up going back home to Toronto for a shoot. Showed the script to my EPs, and they were like, "You have to make that." And but I was immediately going back to LA, so I was like, "Okay, maybe I'll figure it out there." Ended up just meeting both Nell, or I met Nell first, and she introduced me to Robbie, and they were both just incredible and like super down to clown. And we shot it in Nell's apartment. My producer was already in LA with me, and I just flew in a DP that I had worked with previously, Ben Dawson. He's amazing, and we just it was like just super loose, honestly. It
one day?
Yeah, one day, like 8 hours. Wow. It was the hottest day of all time. It was the craziest heat wave. I couldn't believe how boiling it was. But yeah, it was a really just like chill, easy shoot day. Honestly, it was really fun.
Do you edit your films? Like, is someone
no,
else?
I love having somebody else come in and make my ideas better. Yeah, I love that more than anything. I can edit, and I did edit for like a little bit, but I found that having a different voice on my stuff just made it so much better.
Interesting.
Different
perspective to it.
Yeah, different perspective, and I don't know what I don't know. Sometimes somebody else will figure something else out that works so much better that I just could have never conceived of. Andy Ruse, the editor, was like a real pro when it came to comedic timing as well. He was a very funny guy.
You primarily work in advertising, and I think that's an amazing thing that is very much nowadays a lot of in Toronto culture and film culture especially. There's a lot of advertising, and I sort of want to speak to you about that and how was that process of going from being passionate about film or getting interested about film and then moving towards the advertising side. And I want to know a bit about the difference between filming a short film like Mommy or Lola and shooting advertisements.
I made those Uber shorts that I told you about earlier, and at the time I was interning at OPC, and I needed an internship credit to graduate, so I was there for a little bit. They actually had too many interns, so they had to fire me, and, and so I left.
Damn.
Worked at another terrible place, and then came back at the end of the summer because they needed somebody to just start working in-house as things were getting busier and assisting the coordinator. So I went and did that for a bit. But my EP Harland had me over in his backyard and was like, so you want to direct comedy? And at that point I hadn't even considered that as an option for myself because I think just like Canadian syndrome, everything felt so far away in Hollywood. Wasn't even like a confidence thing. I was just like, I had no idea that I could actually do that right now. And so he said, write something else, we'll make together. And then I made Lola with OPC's help. And then from there, they, we all talked about wanting to work together, and so they agreed to have me come on board, and they started building me as a director. So I would go out for small budget commercials. The smallest budget that I worked with on an ad was like $5,000.
Okay. Wow.
And then it moved up to like $12,000. And that's like a crazy, insane small budget where it just all goes on screen. But it was great opportunities for everybody and me as well. And then, just over the last 5 years, we just continued to love working together. And then I, built my reel with them. And
that's incredible. From the start, it was OPC and
it was always them.
It was always them. It was meant to be.
Yeah, they're definitely like family though.
There you go. That's awesome. That's awesome. Is the process similar? Because I haven't worked on ads myself. I'd like to. I think it'd be an awesome thing to get into. But is the process of creating an ad from start to finish different than a short film?
Definitely.
I'm guessing timing might be different.
There's way more people. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because then in an ad you're dealing with a client and an ad agency and then the production company. So there's multiple entities that all have to be happy with the final outcome. And especially when there's a variety of things involved, like food. If we were shooting like this thing of guacamole and nacho chips, this would be like a half day spent on like shooting that sometimes. And it's not until everybody is completely satisfied you get to move on to the next shot. Also, timeline wise, it depends on the ad, but it can be as quick as 2 weeks.
Wow, that's insanely fast.
Very fast. Yeah, the last thing I did was really, really quick. It was about 2 weeks from start to finish. That was a job for Cadbury. So still a really a big client, but it was really, really fast because that's just how it was going.
Yeah.
That's what their deliverables needed, and we did it. My producer did it.
Okay, for 2 weeks, there's no way you can write a script, go into production, do pre-production, and then post. So what's the pitching process like for advertisements? Do you go up to pitch them, or does somebody come to you? I know it varies a lot of time. But.
So the process of an ad from true start to finish starts way before it gets to me. When it gets to me, it's then 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
But it would start with the client, Coca-Cola. being like, okay, we are going to sell 1 million Cokes this summer and we need a big summer ad. And so then they go to their ad agency and they say, this is our deal. This is what we need. The ad agency spends then X amount of time making that, pitching scripts to them. They might pitch for a year. They might pitch for a year and a half. They might pitch for a month. Like it always depends on who the client is, what the product is, what the stakes are behind, that current sell, and then also, I guess, how much the client likes the agency's ideas.
Yeah.
But then once they buy a script, and that could be any amount of time, that's when they reach out to production companies and say, okay, we have this script for Coca-Cola. It's big summer lifestyle campaign. Who do you have that would be good for it?
Yeah.
They send out a deck and the script that they've written, and then multiple production companies will put up usually 3 directors. The ad agency will then say, okay, we really like Adrien, and we really like Sophia, and we really like this other guy. And so then there will usually be what's called a triple bid. So those 3 directors will go up against each other to pitch. If you have 2 weeks, that's a really long time. It's usually a week, I would say, maybe less. So I've done treatments that have, been over 3 days.
Incredible.
It's been really quick.
Yeah.
But you would then take the ad agency script and then make it your own.
Okay.
So you have to maintain the integrity of what they wrote.
But you can
or
add
you
your...
don't. Some directors definitely cowboy it and say, I actually won't do this unless I get to make it a Western. And that's, you have to be in a certain echelon to do something like that.
Yeah,
but,
different level.
Yeah, you have to. People have to trust you in order to do something like that. And even still, that doesn't work sometimes. But so it'll be 3 days to a week, and then there's 2 weeks to a month from that.
Okay.
From award, yeah.
Incredible. Now, as I eat this beautiful
your
cactus taco, I know I need to eat the cactus taco. I want to know what's next for. Do you want to try some, by the way?
No, I cannot take your cactus from you.
Okay, sorry. I'll give it a try. I'll give it the experience. I want to see what's next for you. What is there? A short film? Is there? I'm guessing more ads, but is there a feature being written? Is there something that you can share with us? I don't know what's limited.
I'm in post for a short that I just shot. We did a docufiction hybrid during the cherry blossoms blooming in Hyde Park. So I wrote some scenes and planted it, and then we just shot a bunch of real people and got them to sign off on being in it. Just super run and gun, and on 16, which was crazy to shoot run and gun on 16, but it was really, really fun. So I'm going to start that edit at the end of the month. And just submitting another film I made last year to festivals right now. And writing a feature. So
is it all
trying to keep busy.
There you go. Well, you should. Is it all about your interest in the closed space interactions? Yeah,
so the feature is, the bulk of it takes place over one night and is a conversation between 2 people that spans multiple locations within the same space. It's set in a hotel, and so it's a conversation that travels throughout the entire hotel.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there's a little bit of a sandwich of other things that happened before and after, but I would say 70 pages is just dialogue between 2 people in one space.
I'm gonna finish this cactus. It is so spicy. I cannot handle spice whatsoever. But I don't know.
No spice tolerance?
Zero. I didn't think cactus was spicy. I guess, or maybe they just put spice in it. I'm just stupid. I want to thank you very much for coming on. This is the end of the episode. We'll eat this off screen later, but I want to thank you so much for coming and for telling us about your world in advertising and short films. It's something I really want to get into, and I'm sure a bunch of people want to. So thank you so much for coming.
Adrien, thanks so much. It was a blast.
No, it was. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're still here. Thanks for watching another episode of Over a Meal with myself, Adrien Marquet, Sophia Smith at Tacos Moras, and Tom Dalton. We got a bit too close there. Yeah.